Hello and welcome to the AllMadeUp podcast with me, Harry Stakini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up.
Let me tell you something. We said about 2-3 weeks ago that Ben was going to do a different language every podcast. I think he did. Did he actually do any?
No,
because he did American.
I did an American accent.
Yeah, which is perfect because our listeners in America are nothing but consistent.
Yeah.
So if you are from the town of Boardman, get in touch because, you must be spreading the love because it's growing.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to see. We check our little location week on week.
Yeah.
They mustn't be Boardman in Boardman.
Hey, there you go.
I always Google the places and think, oh, we could do a live show there.
Yeah.
Ben, get on microphone like this. This is where I need you. I need you caressing it in front of it.
Yeah,
You're to the
I
side.
think you should have this mic.
Well, you hate that mic, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Is that better? Is that better?
That sounds so much better. The listeners are thanking you right now.
Anyway, speaking of downloads this week, I want you to go on your phone.
Right, okay.
I want you to look at the last 7 days. Don't spoil it for him.
For the listener, I am looking at downloads on my phone because I haven't looked at this in a while.
Do the last 7 days.
Right, okay.
You're going to be well happy.
I'm firing it up. Whilst I'm checking this, guys, maybe you should say why they should
subscribe.
Yeah.
If you are enjoying this podcast and you listen to it, but you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please do. On YouTube, we see the analytics. People are watching it that aren't subscribers, and they're watching a lot of it and they're not subscribing. We don't think that's to do with the quality of the content. We think it's to do with your laziness.
Yeah, stop being so lazy.
Yeah, so just click subscribe. If you are enjoying it, it makes a massive difference. The bigger the pod gets, the bigger the guests get, the bigger everything
we
gets.
Get.
Yeah, exactly. But, we're still grounded, giving you content every week. And Lewis has finally now got...
Have you got it?
Right, I'm on last 7 days now.
Look what's there.
One sec. What is there?
China.
Oh, we're on China.
Beijing.
Yeah.
Oh,
missing,
yes.
I did notice that, but when you click on cities, it is nondescript.
Yeah, it won't tell you. There's just a
So it just says China.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it's Beijing.
Yeah, the message has got out there.
Yeah.
We just need that one person listening to it.
funny.
Once again, we don't know how many people that is listening to that download.
No.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what I reckon it is?
A stadium.
Yeah. I think a memory stick has been smuggled over the border, right? And it's been passed, and now it's spreading in the underground Chinese networks.
Yeah.
Like a virus.
Like a virus, yeah.
That definitely shows your understanding of how downloads work. But,
yeah. Well, that is, well, no.
But
I think what he's done is he's given it to him, and then he's gone, how many people are going to listen to it? And he said 1 to start with. He makes note, and then he goes back, and he works that way.
I just love that we've hit China.
I knew you'd be happy about that.
Yeah.
I saw it the other day. I was like, I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to wait.
Is there a country we've not hit which we do want to hit? Because maybe we have to mention that. We've got to put it out into the ether so it happens.
Yeah, a big achievement. We got one person in Russia, which is crackers. I'd quite like to get...
I'd love to hit North Korea, but I think that's just unrealistic.
Yeah. More of Africa.
More of Africa.
Yeah.
Somewhere like Sudan, something like that.
Right, okay. So, Sudan, we're coming for you.
Sudan.
Oh, it sounds like a threat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
Yeah, we're coming for you.
Yeah, we've conquered China.
Coming in your ears. Where the listener comes first.
Yeah,
so good that.
Sudanese farmers being like, AllMadeUp fucking changes my day.
No, I think I'd like to hit more of America. I think I'd like to spread out across America.
Yeah.
You just want to go to America.
I do. I want to do this in America. Yeah.
Mate, fuck that. Go to Sudan. It'd be unreal.
Yeah.
It will be unreal. Yeah. Different way to go into like LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like anywhere. If anybody would like to invite us to their country to perform the AllMadeUp podcast, by all means, we will come as long as you pay for the flights. Is that right?
I'd pay for everything else. We'll be there.
What I was going to say is...
We're live from North Korea.
yeah.
We're on the border.
Got the flag on a big warhead.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Harry's got a machine gun at the back of his head.
Yeah. First time I've heard of Kalashnikov, fellas. What a dream.
What I was going to say is a little bit of news which has happened in the past few weeks. Me and Clementine, we got a phone call a couple of weeks ago telling us that we're getting evicted in 2 months, which was obviously a bit of a bombshell. But for the listeners and viewers, to the left of me is going to be our new landlord.
Yeah. You know what you're looking at, mate? Fagin.
Yeah.
Come, my pretties, come. In about 3 weeks or 3 months' time, we're going to be...
I'd rather pick a pocket door around Tilsley.
Little pickpocket. Mate, don't tell where it is. Little pickpockets around Tilsley. But, yeah, it was...
Don't tell them where it is. Who do you think you are?
Yeah. Hey, mate, we're getting listeners all over the place.
Don't tell them what it is.
Yeah. Consider yourself at home. In Tilsley.
Yeah,
In Tilsley.
He's like this. Clem, you better get them videos out or you ain't sleeping in bed tonight. She's like, please, Harry.
What was funny is we went and viewed the property which Harry's moving into the other day.
Yeah.
What did you think of
Where
it?
was it? What street was it?
Don't fucking say that.
What number?
Yeah.
Do you know what? The thing is, there's some weird people out there, mate.
I know,
Off buzz route. We'll call it off buzz route.
Yeah, UK.
Yeah, we're off the buzz route in
Yeah.
Tilsley. That's as much as you need to know.
It's not
But
far from the V1 stop.
we went to...
You're never coming around you.
V1's a long route. Come on.
Won't tell them where it is.
Yeah. Show me.
We went to a coffee shop to sort of like talk after we'd been and seen the property.
Yeah. Did I make you buy the coffees?
No, but it was very much like, I just want us to get along.
Mate.
You're worried about us not getting along.
I've been thinking quite a lot about this. Friendship is the most important thing that shouldn't be rumoured between me, you, and Clem. It shouldn't, right? And living with someone is a big thing.
You was making that clear.
I know, but because it might not feel that massive to you two, but you two are coming together as like it's 2-on-1, and it's just a different.
I don't think they're gonna fight you.
I'm not saying it's not big things. It's little things that
Amalgamate.
Congeal
Congeal.
things. Yeah. So it's just one of them where we had a first conversation, we went and saw it, and I was like, like I mentioned, my sister made a good point. Obviously, you've got a cat called Willie.
Yeah.
She went, Harry, but the dog stays with you. And I was like, oh yeah, shit.
It's not anymore.
Yeah. she goes, the cat can't be there when the dog's there. And I'm like,
The dog can't be there.
I'd have to.
It's as simple as that.
I'd have to figure it out.
The dog's not paying rent.
The dog's not paying rent.
But little
And that's not
things-
even a conversation.
Yeah.
Just chat to Jordan. Your dog.
Hey.
I love dogs, Jordan. You can stay with me.
There you go.
They are sorted.
It's they're little things. But the point being is, it is something which got landed on your lap a couple of weeks ago, and you were remarkably calm when you rang me. Because I thought the day before we obviously did a podcast, and I was obviously just a bit down. I don't know why, but it just was. And then let's just have a moment's silence for that. And you went to me. You rang me the next day and just said, "Hey mate, you all right?" Thinking you're going to be like, "What the fuck was that last night about?" Yeah, and then you just go, "So yeah, basically told we've got to leave. Just want to know what the option is if we live with you." Yeah. I mean, yeah. Don't see why not. Okay, cool. Well, we'll speak later. And yeah, afterwards, obviously, like, how's your day been? People ask me, and I tell them, and they go, "All right." I said to Sam, and he went, "You seem remarkably calm about that." And then
Let's bear in mind. Let's just have this in the back pocket. That about a month before, Harry rang me and was like, "Can I come and live with you?"
Yeah,
and we
I
went.
bet you said yes without any.
We said, "Yeah."
no, you said, "Let me think about it."
No, I didn't.
You said, "Let me speak to Clem," and then you got back.
Of course, yeah, because I can't go without Clem if me and her live together.
Partnership, right?
Yeah. So I went to her. What do you think about this? Yeah, no problem. Harry, you can come and move in.
Yeah.
You're
like, we can get him pickpocketing people in the league.
Yeah, and Harry.
Just me going out.
Yeah. yeah.
Get it, Harry. Yeah. You're not coming home until you've got 20 quid.
Fingerless gloves. Cover yourself in soot.
That's what happened though. It was like, will I have a room to spare at yours? So yeah, no problem. Harry, we've been evicted. Coco's got a room here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Coco, Lewis, you're on living room couch tonight. Coco needs his bedroom.
Coco needs his bedroom.
Coco needs his bedroom. Jordan's orders.
Yeah, I'm not sure, pal. Yeah. Can you only stay 3 days a week? Can you stay somewhere else?
I'm there underneath dining table while Coco's at it, pushing me down with his paw. I'm asking Coco for food under the table, like, Coco,
you're eating dog food.
Feed me.
I was putting a bowl.
We might have to like hide Willie under the floorboards while the dog's there.
Willie would destroy Coco in a one-on-one confrontation.
The thing is,
Willie's kill list is about 29 now.
Is it?
He's got about 29 kills.
That's humans.
Yeah,
That's humans. That's that.
I was walking Coco yesterday, and there was a cat which was the other side of a small wall, and the dog was going fucking nuts for it. And I just remember thinking, yeah, this is cats and dogs. Obviously, they don't get on.
There's a whole film about it.
Yeah, but there you go, everybody.
What I was going to say is Willie is a lethal weapon. You know.
Yeah.
He brought.
So's mine.
Right.
See, if you're not hit subscribe, you should be off the back of that.
So,
Also, no one wants the penis to be a lethal weapon.
It
hurts people.
it's used as a weapon or like a stick.
It's got a little scope on the shaft.
So, Willie,
They take it off. Yeah.
Bloody hell, there it is. Yeah.
I think I found it. No, it's a skin tag.
It's that.
Yeah. You're not getting hard. You're not getting hard. It's a skin
I'm
tag.
solid, love.
Yeah. God, it's God.
so we don't have a cat flap in our house. So Willie has jumped through the bedroom window in order to get in. Well, the office window. And he brought in a pigeon once.
Did he?
A fully fledged, like, I'm talking a pigeon about yay big. And for the listener, it's about the size of a rugby ball. Imagine jumping up a wall with a pigeon in your gob through a window.
Probably expanded the wings, so it's like strapped
flew it up there.
The
Yeah, that's like me.
Fly.
But that's like me. That's like me picking you up and jumping into a window, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's mental. Hey, Coco's not got a chance.
Yeah. Well, she's poorly at the moment.
Oh, well, she can stay with me then. I'm good with dogs. Dogs all like me. All dogs like me.
There's my sister, obviously for the listener and the viewer. I should.
for you viewers.
I should.
Viewers, close your eyes, close your ears. Okay, this is not for you.
Yeah.
Just the listeners.
You made that
Stand
so
down, viewers. Stand down.
That was so comfortable for no reason.
Do you know what?
For the viewer.
We should do that. Do you know when they're like left of the crowd, the right of the crowd? Like this one's for the listeners.
And there we go.
So I should get the keys in like hopefully the next 8 weeks or so. Well, it needs to be the next 8 weeks, really.
Yeah,
but
Jordan, you were saying.
Yeah, I've totally forgot what I was going to
it
say.
Dog's poorly.
The dog's poorly. The keys, Coco. He's gone.
He needs you there. He needs a carer.
Yeah.
He's losing his mind.
My memory's gone to shit, but that's totally gone.
Well, can you remember who we had on the podcast? And who we've got for the listeners and viewers this week? And can the viewers watch this podcast?
Yeah. For the viewers, I've just touched my temple. For the listeners, that was meant to be for you. The guest this week, everybody, is comedian Faizan Shah. He is based in Manchester. Only been going, I'd say, about 2.5 years.
Yeah, incredible.
But yeah, has had a very quick trajectory. Is that the word?
Close.
You were close. There's not a ch. It starts with a T.
Trajectory.
Trajectory.
There we go.
Trajectory.
Yeah. He's had a good climb. And I worked with him literally about 6 weeks ago. Very funny lad. We're very excited to have him on. And he produced... I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought enjoyed it. Yeah.
It was... let's just say, look out for some recognisable faces in it. If you're someone who enjoys the wild, this story's right up your street. Yeah. And let's just say, if this was reality, it would be terrifying.
Yeah.
It would be. You know, we've been talking about cats and dogs, and I'm not going to say any more than that. But just if you're listening to this...
that's funny, that.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. Sorry. That's funny, that.
Exactly.
Ain't it?
Yeah. If you sat there with your pet, this story should hit home for both of you. So this is going to be All Made Up with Faizan Shah. Enjoy.
It's all made up again. Yeah. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. Oh, yeah.
And we're back, everybody.
Seamless.
Yeah. Good energy there.
That was so tense. I was like, someone's going to say it.
I waited for it to get to fucking fever pitch.
Yeah.
Before I penetrated it.
You did a great job there. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it caught everyone off guard.
It did, yeah, definitely. Even caught you off guard, I think.
Yeah, fully erect.
What a fucking story. start.
Well, you're not.
That's what I said.
Proper serious conversation before this. Like, people should broaden their horizons. And then Harry's like, fuck it, penetrate this.
Fully erect.
For the listener and the viewer, literally 30 seconds before that happened, Harry was saying, it's just devastating that kids can't go to the peaks.
And then he got an erection.
Yeah.
Which,
I'm passionate about wildlife. Okay.
good save there, mate.
Why don't they call it D of E?
Yeah, kids, get your National
get
Trust
it?
membership.
Yeah, you should. Otherwise, it's well expensive to park.
How can I get you with that as a wedding present?
I was just on the topic. We'll just go down.
This is an electrifying start, this.
I was sat in Manchester Airport a couple of weeks ago, and there was a couple sat on the right of me, and they were wearing both matching waterproof trousers. And part of me doesn't want to become that one day, but I feel like I will.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I was looking around the terminal, and I was like, I can't see myself being like you. But then I'm looking at this guy wearing a glow-in-the-dark compass around his neck. And I'm like, I think we've got something in common, pal.
You should send a picture to Beth, and this is your future. It's not too late to leave.
Yeah, I've mapped this out. But enough of that. How are you doing, mate?
I'm all right. Pleasure to be here. Where are we?
Lee.
It's Wigan or Lee?
Lee. It's in the Wigan Borough, but it's
Don't
Lee.
say that. You'll be killed.
Yeah, Wigan Council.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Tilsley, which is like just down the road, and it's Manchester postcode, but again, Wigan Council. And I don't. It just doesn't feel. It just feels different. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a different bin.
What bin have you got?
Salford City bin.
What colours are they?
I thought you meant you were taking your old bin. You're going to get a different bin. Just get a new bin, you nutter.
Well, it's just a different print on it, isn't it? Because
Stop taking that.
blue, black, and
Green.
no, not got green.
You not got a green?
Blue, black, and
All I'm saying is this is really an electrifying start.
Yeah, he started, and I'm liking it.
Yeah.
What colour bins do you got?
Blue, brown, and grey.
Yeah.
A grey? What's in the grey?
You got pink bins in
General
Liverpool.
waste.
What's that?
General
Purple.
waste.
Purple.
Just shit.
General waste. So you don't have a black bin?
No, it's grey.
Just general waste.
My black bin's grey. Yeah, my black bin's grey.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
just it's
It says
faded.
black bin on it.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just weathered. Everyone's is
Do you know,
really
that's
weathered.
that's
and they're
funny.
all grey.
It's just, isn't it? I used to be a black bin. Oh God, that's
Just
funny.
had so much shit thrown into me. I'm grey
yeah.
now.
That's but yeah. So you're obviously living in Oldham, aren't you?
Indeed.
And loving life.
Absolutely. I just miss Pakistan so much, so I was like, I'll move to Oldham.
I'm glad you said that, Faizan, because
But how old are you, by the way?
I'm 29.
Right, we're saying saying to Ben.
You I feel like you'll be a younger energy than 29.
Do you know what? I get that a lot, right?
yeah, I thought you
a lot
were
of people
a
think
student.
I'm younger than I am, right?
Yeah.
And always, you give off a youthful energy. I'm
Yeah.
the grumpiest fucker I know.
I know, but you can be grumpy,
You know
but
what,
I
mate?
still...
I'm probably the most joyous person you ever met, and everyone's like, "You're 40."
Yeah.
So, is that what it
Who
is?
do you think the oldest is out of all of us?
I'll go with Ben.
I am. Bang on.
You got youngest last
I don't
time.
know, youngest.
Yeah.
It's age with this podcast.
Yeah.
Number 2.
So I'm.
Who's go on? Me and Harry. Who's oldest?
Oh, well,
Who's oldest?
Yeah.
I'll go Harry.
Oh, he got it.
So Alfie Carter said I was haggard last time he came on.
I was 24.
Yeah.
I thought I was about 35.
Yeah, but to be fair, Alfie's like 13. So,
Yeah, no, to be fair, he was getting a lift back.
Tell you what, I feel fucking mint me.
so have I got that right? Have I got that right?
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's Ben, Lewis, me. I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
August 30 this year.
Big 3 all this
How
year.
old are you, Lewis?
That's it.
I'm 32.
But
We're all
it
in
is
the same
interesting,
arena.
that idea of how people perceive you, because I always get people going, you seem older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone says to me, I seem younger, but I'm always like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I give off a youthful.
You got your
energy.
youthful face though.
It's probably that. So that's
Yeah,
probably
take your
what it
glasses
is.
off. See what you like without your glasses.
Oh yeah, he's definitely old.
you look younger without your glasses on.
Yeah.
What is this? This is a podcast, right? I'm not getting shagged at the end of this.
You look young, you.
You've got yellow all across. This is what kind of video is this?
You look young, you. How old are you? You look-
Mike's being useful.
How old are you?
Sorry, if this is your first time listening or watching, I am neither erect or attracted to him.
I think it says more about us just being like tell us we look young. Tell us we
I
look
think
young.
it's my outfit and my linen trousers that gave it away. I reckon I was wearing
It's that
like
old age thing where like, when every single time someone's like, when you ask them how old they are, it's like, how old do you think I am?
Yeah,
You're old, man.
Because
Yeah, you're asking that, you're old.
Yeah, you're old.
you've been doing comedy, what, 2-3 years now?
Yeah, 2.5.
2.5 years, right? Okay, so in 2.5 years, though, you've had quite a lot of progression in that
Yeah,
period.
definitely.
Because we
Flying.
worked together in Grimsby, literally like, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
months ago. I
you were
think.
great.
Grimsby is an interesting place. But
Yeah.
I keep getting told that from a lot of people where it's like, 2.5 years in. Because like, I don't know anything about comedy. So, you know, a lot of people, like, either they've done it or that they've been interested in stand-up or they know about the circuit and everything like that. So like everyone tells me the same stuff. It's like, 2.5 years in and you're doing all of this. This is
That's what I
amazing.
mean, yeah.
So I don't know what that means. So I'm just having fun.
Just keep going, mate.
Going to
Yeah,
Grimsby.
Yeah, well, it's like in the show you were doing is like it's a big weekend gig. It was busy. It's good money. Like you're doing 20 minutes. You know, you've got to have the business, and you did the business.
He did a killer comedy gig.
You did in the basement.
Lewis is like, at a comedy gig.
Yeah. A killer comedy gig.
Yeah, in Whiskey Jar.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to shag him?
No, yeah.
You did it great. You were
It was on
brilliant.
that night.
You brought
Is
the-
What did
It was-
happen to that whiskey jar?
It stopped happening because basically
They wanted us to put out our own seats,
put out
and
the
we don't do
seats,
that.
Wash them and get them out of the Takeshi's Castle dungeon where they keep them, and that's just not what we do. We show up to a venue and we say we'll provide the show, you sort everything else, and that's how it works.
Because that was a really nice room.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, it was nice. It was just
It was just
the juice wasn't
hassle.
worth the squeeze because obviously usually with our gigs it's you pay for a package and like you do all the tickets and you keep the money. Whereas for us, we was doing the tickets,
cleaning,
cleaning,
putting out.
putting stuff out, and it was like, why are we
I think what
doing
happened
this?
is I did the last one, and I think I blew the roof off so fucking hard that they were like, "Listen, we can't top that."
Ben Bart.
True.
Yeah, on the poster, right? Yeah, I see these guys every Monday. Every Monday we see each
Every
other.
week.
Every week, I see them every week. We're friends, and we put on the poster Ben Bart.
Ben Bart.
It was
Ben
a
Bart.
typo.
Yeah, and it happened 3 times. You had 3. You had 3 chances to change it.
But the gig ceased to exist because it just wasn't worth the squeeze. But yeah, enough of our gig. Obviously, you do comedy. I've seen you do stand
Your
up.
voice broke a bit then as well.
Yeah.
You do comedy.
What,
You do comedy.
what brought you to it? What made you get into it? Because like most people, either I've not met many people that start mid to late 20s. Most people either start early 20s or 40.
So, COVID, man. That's-
Really?
So I decided to do comedy because I was just like, you know, I like everybody else. It's like, you know, I wasn't furloughed, I was working from home for the entirety of COVID.
Right.
So it's like spending a shit ton of time in your bedroom playing COD and like working. That's all you do.
Warzone.
And then, yeah, exactly.
Oh my
'Cause,
god.
You know,
Lockdown 1. Wow. What a time that was. That is like that is up there.
Yeah.
Go on,
yeah,
Faizan.
that's literally all I did.
Yeah.
And then I just sat there whilst I was at work. I was on a work Zoom quiz. Which was like, oh God, I don't know what happened to Zoom quizzes, but you know, I was on a work Zoom quiz, and then afterwards, it's like, is this what I wanted to do with my life? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, work in the day, and then they like all this other shit. I was just like, what do I like doing? I was like, I'm pretty funny, and I always loved stand-up comedy, but I knew nothing about stand-up.
Yeah.
I genuinely, like, I'd never been to a gig. The first time I went to a gig was to perform perform comedy.
Right.
I never watched live comedy before, so I just signed up for like, you know, Beat the Frog.
Yeah.
Because that's like the only thing that I found out when I searched online. Like, how do you start comedy on Google?
Yeah.
So like, you want to try Beat the Frog? Signed up to that and forgot about it because it was like Jan or Feb when I signed up for it. And I completely forgot about it. And then the day that all the restrictions got lifted, like, because the vaccine, like, there'd been a mad takeover of the vaccine, and like the first day that the Frog was at capacity on a Monday, I got an email like a week before. They were like, "Oh, you signed up for this thing. Do you want to do it?" And I think it was like in June. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I completely forgotten about it. So I'd not written anything. Didn't know what the hell I was like meant to do. I said, "All right, in for a penny, in for a pound, and all that shit." And I showed up, and I did 5 minutes, which were fucking terrible.
You made it through though.
Yeah, I made it through.
Yeah.
But like it was, I started rambling. Basically, I just talked for 5 minutes.
But to me, the fact that was your first gig, and to obviously make it through a gong show, like I've seen people that have been going a long time that, you know, haven't made it through. So yeah.
Part of me just thinks it's because it was the first day that restrictions got lifted. They were just happy. They were like, do you know what? Just let them have 5 minutes. Let them all have 5 minutes. We just want to be here. It's nice to be here.
But it says a lot about like the energy you give off on stage. If like the crowd aren't getting you off, your material can be bad.
Yeah.
But if they get a good impression from you and they're like, we like this guy, that says a lot about you. Do you know what I mean? And like your persona on stage.
I agree with that.
Albeit you say you come across grumpy on stage, I think you come across like quite laid back. You know what I mean? If anything, there's probably a bit of swagger. Yeah. You know what I mean? There definitely is.
Girl, stop it.
Yeah,
this is just full on flirt.
But that's what I mean. It's like it's so. I don't know. You feel comfortable to watch. You know what I mean? Like some people, they either got to be funny or you're like, I can't listen to your voice.
Yeah.
It's you know what I mean.
Who you talking about there?
Name names.
Yeah,
burn bridges right now.
You used to Zoom quiz at the start about comedy. I thought you were going to go with, I was doing a Zoom quiz and I just started emceeing it.
Well, speaking of Zoom, like what a time that was. When you all went to uni. Yeah, I like that in sports coaching.
You got there first.
Yeah. So, did you ever hear a game called The Centurion when you was at uni?
I know this.
Have you? Right. So we used to play a game at uni, right? So it was 100 minutes, and you had a shot of beer every minute, which doesn't seem like a lot.
No, it's a lot. That.
Yeah. Turns out it'd be a lot. Anyway, obviously this is like 8 years later after uni. Zoom came about in lockdown and that, didn't it? Me and all lads got on a Zoom call together. It was like, shall we do Centurion? I was like, yeah, let's have a go of it. So we're all just on webcam together, shotting a beer every minute. Clem comes in about an hour and a half later. I'm naked, eyebrows shaved off, shaving foam all over my body. Bearing in mind, you're just on your own as well. Puking up all over office.
He's shaving foam, the suit onto himself.
Yeah, it was an intense one. All lads were getting bollocked on Zoom calls. It was good.
That is
getting
funny.
Fucking bedroom.
That's wild. We have very different lockdowns, mate.
Yeah, what did you do in your lockdown?
I bet he worked out constantly.
Yeah,
I was
cargo pants.
At the time, I'd just had a new house, so it was like we were sorting the garden out, and I was reading books about prisoners of war in the Philippines.
Honestly, he loves books about prisoner of war. All he talks about is the gulag. Prisoner of war.
If you like your history, it was a really good book called Ghost Soldiers, right? And it is. It's good, really good.
And it's about prisoners of war in the Philippines.
Yeah, so American soldiers in a Japanese POW camp, and it is fucking crackers.
What's it called?
I only started reading it because at the time it's called Ghost Soldiers.
It's an Eminem song, isn't it?
Only started reading it because I remember thinking, like, I'll tell you what, lockdown's proper rubbish. And then when you start reading about lads who've got malaria, dysentery, and are prisoners of war, you're like, actually, life ain't so bad.
Like, I'm locked in here, but at least I'm not shitting myself.
Yeah,
so
good,
you know.
But
on a Thursday, he was like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad what you're clapping for.
Yeah, exactly. Just holding me book.
Yeah.
No pain.
How many hours were you clocking on Warzone in lockdown?
It's literally all I did as soon as I clocked off from work.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing. Because the thing is I got locked down with my entire family because I used to live with my
yeah.
So there's like 9 of us.
Right, okay.
We'd all be in our own, like, because all you can do is...
I was supposed to say we're all in our own room, big house.
I mean, the Asian families though, innit? Do you know what I mean? So like, it's like me, my mum.
I just imagine it being like you got shipping containers in the garden. It's like, get in your container.
Just put a Hermes label on the outside. Right?
That is funny.
But the house is big enough, so like we've all got our own space and stuff. But because like fucking 2 years of just like continuously just seeing each other, to a point where like no one would just like leave their rooms. Like everybody's like, I'm sick and tired of every one of you. So like literally every waking hour that I wasn't working, I was just playing COD.
Oh, it was so good. I just have such fond memories of that first lockdown. It was just that's not your life though, that is it?
My Warzone's in here, mate.
yeah.
I'm reading it.
For the listener, Harry pointed to his brain, to his scalp then when he was talking about
going on mad walks and stuff. There's a funny story where like my brother, he doesn't watch and like he doesn't like watch the news, consume the news in any way. So he didn't know about that. You know, on Thursday you come out and like with your pots and start like banging for the NHS and stuff. So we went out banging.
You just for the listener, I just started a gyrating motion. Pots out, started banging for the NHS.
Wow. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Go on, lads.
Go on.
Oh my god.
Started banging for NHS.
Yeah.
Go on, boy.
That is funny.
Well, we were coming home at like.
Get back inside.
So we were coming home from a walk at like 8 o'clock, and everyone in the neighbourhood came out and started clapping, and my brother genuinely thought they came out to clap for him.
Oh wow.
So he was just like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." Like, you dickhead. Like,
Yeah. Some people genuinely like lost their minds in lockdown. I thought it was a period of time which I was all right for the first little bit of it, and then the second half, one of them where you just obviously getting bored to the point you're like.
I think that's where games console, cause I think that helped a lot of people through it. Definitely helped me through it, playing on Warzone with
There's so many
mates.
quizzes you could do it.
Like
and it was a form of socialising virtually because like, you get on with your mates and just take
fine,
the piss
mate.
out of each
You
other.
don't have to excuse the fact there's a grown man you play games, and that's fine.
I like playing games. What games do you play on? Or is it?
I don't play him anymore.
Oh, right. So, all right. It's still just me.
It just basically turned into that thing where I was
Yeah.
like, there's nothing else to do. So I just dusted off the PS4 and started playing like, Call of Duty until stupid.
I got rid of mine for that because I'd start playing at like 11 and I'd be 5.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just be like, oh God, I've got me up in 2 hours.
Just before we get into our actual like all made up story. So Harry used to bang on about this game to me, right? So obviously Warzone, FIFA, they're like the typical things that you would play. I play a lot of like role playing games anyway.
Like
But there was one game that Harry played, and he always used. What was the game? The one where it was like it was a civilization, and you had to sort of like
Age of Empires.
yeah.
Age of Empires, fucking great game.
played that.
Go on,
Empire
talk
Earth.
us through it.
So it's a PC game, and I would be
There
sad.
with his little arthritis
Mate,
glove on.
I'd be,
With his like screen protector glasses, like, the blue lights. I'm trying to look at the blue lights.
Got an orthopedic chair.
I've got a camel pack on my back
When he
with
used to
monster
cycle,
feeding through a
he used to
tube.
have a mirror on his wrist.
Seriously?
His mum bought him a mirror on his wrist. I was telling him about the mirror that you used to have on your wrist that your mum bought you for.
Oh, the wing mirror, yeah. She got me that for me bike, which I never wore.
Honestly, the
But,
girls would just queue up.
Absolutely.
Go on, tell
I
it.
used to have I'd be sat under my little bunk bed that had a futon, right? So like futon desk, bunk bed above, and I'd be sat under there on my laptop, and I would play Age of Empires, and you could basically it's a strategy game. You start in the Stone Age and you go all the way to the futuristic time, but you've got like upgrade your hub, and you can build depending on how many houses you build, depends on how big your population can be, all the rest of it. But you get attacked at any point, and I would play that time and time again, and I would always end up, say if the map's like a big square, your base is one corner, there could be the other. I would get halfway, build this fuck off fortress, and then be like, right, in 3 days' time, I'm gonna have enough troops that I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
And,
Was it a real life 3 days or 3 days in the game?
3 days in the game?
Oh,
Just 3
right.
days in the
I
game.
thought you just imagine-
mate, I love
He
it.
sat there going, 2 more days.
Yeah.
2 more days.
Pacing around the living room.
They'll be laughing in 2 days.
Honestly, it was amazing, and I'd play it all the time. Loved it, and I think the thing is now I've like tried to play that type of game, and I've just not got the same affinity to it. Like,
It's because you're a grown man.
yes, yeah, that's what, but it's,
No, you've just got shit to do. It's
Yeah.
got nothing to do with the fact that you're a grown man.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
No.
To do now. That's what
yeah,
it is.
yeah. It's just different. Like I don't have this, but you know, you play, and I don't frown upon you for it at all.
You mock.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do mock you.
Your
because,
tone
you know,
sounds like it,
Yeah.
does yeah.
Where's a cape? Yeah, just playing Elden Ring. Yeah. Clem, where's my staff?
Putting camouflage on his
Yeah.
face.
Next to your hat.
Yeah.
What? No, your scarf?
Have you moved my orb? I'm about to fight the three-headed elephant.
Yeah, get back
Do you know what's funny is we share obviously the AllMadeUp YouTube thing, and sometimes he's googled how to defeat this beast in the game.
we get like random talk through game bits on the
Oh my
suggested
God.
videos.
Yeah.
Elden Ring's a tough game.
It
mate.
is a tough game.
Yeah.
Mate,
So-
I
someone's
grew
been
up
watching
playing
right wing
World of
politics.
Warcraft. So.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had a strong enough computer for World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
In my head, World of Warcraft is when you paint figurines.
And Nathan used to play RuneScape a lot, and I always used to take piss out of him because he always used to like go fishing on it. And I used, obviously, when we were kids.
Did you ever used to play Habba Hotel?
How about hotel?
Yeah, no, I went to Goon.
Yeah.
That's all Goons play
I-
that. Did you play that?
No,
Oh,
well, my
Goon.
mate used to have it. My dad would. if he ever found out we're on it, he was like, "There's fucking paedophiles in there," and
in there.
yeah, he was there. He was like, chat rooms are full of paedophiles, and I would walk around as this little
All pedos.
animated character, just being like, "Fucking hell, paedophiles everywhere."
It was the penguin one, which what was it? Go on.
Oh, what's it called?
Do you know what it was called?
Yeah, something. Oh,
Something like penguin. You was like a little penguin avatar, and you used to go and like slide about.
it's something penguin. Yeah,
Dunno.
Yeah, it was penguins in it. Anyway, it said penguin a lot.
Paedophile penguins.
pedophiles. Yeah,
Right, I reckon we get into it.
yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Right, are we ready for it, Faizan? Ready to make a story? Right. yeah. This is going to be all made up with Faizan.
Just a little bit.
You're the first guest, by the way, to ever sit cross-legged on that
I'm just
sofa.
comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That also shows youth.
yeah, and hip flexibility.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't do I physically can't
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
I sit like this at home, so
Yeah.
this is how I've been
I
sitting
would-
all my life.
Love to be able to
Really?
sit like that.
Must be an advanced
Because
level.
we used to eat on the floor.
Right, okay.
Like, we, like,
Fuck off,
not
really?
like as in like put the food on the floor. Like we
No, yeah.
Like we'd put like a sheet down. Like, you know how you'd have a picnic
Yeah.
outside? That's how we used to eat at home.
Wow.
That's lovely.
So we'd always like sit down and like everyone sit cross-legged and just eat.
Fucking hell, that's mad.
I think I stopped being able to sit cross-legged. You know, in year 5 and down.
Do you know when you're 5? Yeah.
No, year five at school, and then at year 6, was it at your school you sat on benches if you were year 6 in
yeah,
assembly?
yeah.
I think that transition from going and sitting on benches, that's where my hip mobility sort of started
Yeah.
becoming
Well, you're
frail.
So you associate it with like being a loser. Like, I can't sit down there.
No,
I'm on a
yeah, it's
bench.
beneath me, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
now I wish, like,
Yeah.
I wish for that sort of position now.
wish.
I wish for that. I'll pay for that.
Obviously, that the fact that all your family would be sat there, but then I think of like being a kid and like my mum would sit with her knees like bolted together and just play balancing on the top. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that would probably be. It's less practical and less comfortable.
Well, you have
but-
like a strap right there.
you know what I mean?
The legs bolted together. Don't fucking move, mum.
Yeah. Yeah. Sue, he don't mean that.
Don't move. You're not going anywhere. Don't touch the bolt around your legs.
Don't open them legs.
And then-
I don't want another sister.
And then eventually it would become we had like trays. We'd have trays.
Yeah.
But-
That is the most boring thing I've ever heard in my life. My mum used
We
to
don't
sit
do
with
it
her plate
anymore.
on her
it's
knees.
just the fact I'd never considered.
Trays.
Yeah. Oh, cool story, bro. Tell us again. Yeah.
Right.
We didn't have a table, so we sat with it on our knees. Content. Take
note, Faizan's talking about like something quite interesting there, and you've literally added to that conversation.
What in my head,
You
though,
ate on trays.
He's like, shall I put it in my killer shot?
No, what he's basically saying is in his head, his mum should have just sat
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
and that would have
exactly.
been more comfortable.
Yeah.
But because of cultural reasons, she was
Yeah.
like, we sit on chairs.
Exactly. She's a massive racist. What do you want to do? I was like,
Hang on, I didn't fucking say that.
I was like, Sue, sit on the ground. She was like, I'm not doing it, Harry.
I'm not changing my way of life.
I love the idea of your mum thinking, you know what, I am going to sit down cross-legged, and you're all at like the dining table, and she's just beside it.
Sat on the floor.
But you're all rest of you just on the high ground, just looking down on your mother.
mum's head poking up at the top of the table.
Yeah, knees bolted together. Anyway, let's get into it. Right, Faizan.
He got me
So,
today twice.
fucking hell, that is funny. Faizan. So, this is the All Made Up podcast.
Indeed, it is.
Welcome to the writer's room. This is where we're going to write a story together. You are our head writer. We are your assistants, helping you develop this character, this journey, this story. But before we jump into that, I'll tell you about the pots. In front of you, there are 3 pots. There's a green pot, a yellow pot, and a red pot. Green ones start our story, red ones end our story, and the yellow ones are little curveball, swerve balls in between to send the story in a different direction. However,
Ball, swerve ball.
curveball, swerve ball.
Indeed.
So before we get into them,
Ball, innit?
it's a swerve ball.
I never met anyone apart from Lewis in the whole world that says swerve ball.
It's swerve ball. So, what would we like our character's name for this story to be? What we're starting off with?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya La Rosa Ramirez.
What is that off? Is that Spy Kids?
Sweet life as I can code it.
Sweet Life as I can call it. That's it. Yeah.
So we'll go with Esteban.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What
character?
Yeah, right.
What character
what-
in the Sweet Life of?
It's
I used to watch that.
It's the porter, the guy who does
the
the...
bellhop. The
Right.
bellhop.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya La Rosa Ramirez.
That accent, what you're doing as well, is very good through the... That is spot on. Can you speak Spanish?
No.
Right, so it sounds absolutely.
Just likes Disney.
I seriously should have just gone C.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go for Esteban.
Yeah.
Esteban, right? Okay,
How old is Esteban?
27.
27.
Nice.
Right. Okay.
And where's Esteban from?
Mongolia.
All right, okay.
You're right into that, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
you know a few bits about Mongolia.
Yeah,
Is there a
That's
couple
where
of books?
Genghis Khan's from.
yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay, so we've got Esteban, 27-year-old from Mongolia. What does he do for a job?
He's in the army.
Nice.
Right.
In the Mongolian army, or is he?
Look how excited
he-
he got there.
Your eyes
Is-
have lit up.
Is he in like the British army, but he's over there? What is he like in a foreign army? He's over there.
He's in the British army, but over there.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we've
And
got.
what type is he? Navy, infantry,
His army.
RAF? Because it's the military, isn't it?
I'm gonna say army because like it's a landlocked country, so it'd be weird if he was in the navy.
Yeah. We're gonna start putting lakes in.
What do you mean there's no
You
sea?
can't bring our submarines here somehow.
Look, I know these people are historically deadly on a horse.
Yeah, exactly.
But the question is, what are they like on a boat?
on a seahorse.
on a seahorse.
Right. Okay. So we've got Esteban, British Army, but he's based in Mongolia. He's 27 years old in the army. How long has he been based there for?
2 years.
2 years. So he's been there since 25. 2 years. And how long has he been in the army in total?
He joined when he was 16.
16.
Alright.
So as early as he
11
could.
years.
Yeah.
Look at that. Quick maths.
So what rank is he?
He is a
He's a Khan.
corporal.
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, corporal, right?
Corporal Khan.
Does anybody know the ranks?
I think
We should know that through Warzone. What does it go?
So I think it goes private, corporal, sergeant, and that's the soldier ranks. I think
You got, like,
sergeant's the
the
highest.
That's
lieutenant.
interesting, yeah.
Is that a lot of progression in 11 years
No,
then,
I
just
think-
to go to corporal?
I think that's limited progression, which could be interesting. I think maybe there's a reason he's not been made a captain.
So basically, you're either a soldier or an officer.
Right.
I think officers start at like lieutenant or something.
Right,
But if you're a soldier, you start off as a private.
right, okay.
Okay.
So is a soldier, is a corporal, and that's took him 11 years. So we're saying he hasn't made much progression in that 11 years. Did he get, is it one of them stories where it's like he got to corporal quite quick and then something happened? Or is it like it's took him 10 years to get to corporal because of this, that and the other? What are you
He joined
thinking?
when he was 16, so he had to,
Yeah.
find his way in the army, find out who he was. So
Right, okay.
It took him a while to become a corporal.
And what part of the UK did he come from?
I don't know why I was going to go Grimsby.
He can be from Grimsby.
No, do you know what?
I was born in Grimsby.
Northallerton.
Where, sorry?
Northallerton.
Northallerton,
okay.
right,
Nice.
okay.
That is, yeah.
Where's that?
It is.
Near York.
Yeah.
Is it?
North. It's fucking thing. He runs a gig there.
Yeah,
Hilarity
It's between
Bites.
Doncaster and
Yeah.
York.
think-
North
Okay,
Hamilton.
what made him go into the army at such a young age?
He's from fucking Northallerton, mate.
Right, okay. He just wanted a different.
Nothing else to do there.
Oh,
He wanted to
okay.
get away from his environment.
Wanted
Yeah.
to get. It was. Why did he want to get away from his environment?
It wasn't a very good environment.
Oh, okay.
In what? As in, like family life wasn't good, or like at school.
Both
Like,
of his parents were druggies.
right. Okay.
Okay.
So both parents.
Ben had some
Druggies.
influence in me.
Yeah, sounds like a friend of mine from high school. Actually. That's what I spoke about before.
So
this.
so maybe it's one of them where it's like the army come into your schools, don't they? And they sort of like when it's like work experience day or whatever, they'll promote, and it's like you know what? This is my ticket away from my parents.
Yeah,
Get me to
I wanna make something
wherever.
of myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is he ambitious?
Not at first.
Not at first, right? Okay. So he
Definitely got a
is.
sense of adventure, though.
Yeah. He must be. He must be up for.
Is he? He's obviously in the army, but is he loved up at all? And he like, is he?
No, he's married to the job, mate.
Right. Okay.
So he's dead.
He
He's
wants to
like
serve for. Can't say Queen and Country anymore, can you?
Okay.
King and Country.
right. Okay. So he wants to.
I think you can still say it.
He's still saying he'd
No,
just
they're
be
coming
wrong.
behind there.
He'd just be wrong.
Yeah.
He'd just be wrong.
Snap
He,
your neck.
he keeps singing "God Save the Queen." Like she's gone. He's like, not to me.
Yeah.
And or like in another universe, when you say, what, Camilla?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
he's married to the job.
Married to the job. He's in Mongolia.
What's his like? And we might find this out as we go through. But he's in Mongolia. But like, what's his kind of job in Mongolia? Like, what's his purpose of being there?
So he's an engineer.
Wow.
In
Right.
the engineering corps in the army, and he's out there to survey, and also he might be a spy.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Survey. What the British Army
Quantity
doing
survey.
over there? Yeah.
No, but the British Army do get employed by other armies to train inventories and stuff like that. So maybe he's gone over there to like work on their planes or work on their
And on top of that, Mongolia borders Russia and China. So
yeah.
Right. Okay.
So maybe he's like helping them get their technology, up to, or even teaching them how to use stuff properly. Cause that's what
Okay. So he's an engineer, but what would we say his sort of like his dream in life is then? Because at the moment in Mongolia, corporal, engineer, but what is it like? This is what I want to do with my life. This is what I
find
want.
love and have a family.
He wants to find
Love and have a family.
find love and have a family, and that's quite difficult.
Yeah.
If he's because he's committed to the job. He's in Mongolia. He's committed to the job.
Yeah.
So that's the sort
And
of
he's always
conflict.
like moving around because the army sends him to like random ass places.
And
he'll always take that job.
Mongolia, famously nomadic people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Only
he
has
shows
one.
up. He's like, I love a lady that can live on the move and work with animal pelts.
Okay.
Mongolian Tinder profile.
Likes animal pelts.
I like that. Right. Okay. So we're gonna pick up a green one, Faizan, and where there is a blank, you're gonna say the name Esteban, and this is gonna be the start of our story.
Scientists couldn't explain why pets were turning on their owners.
Right. That's right. Okay. So that's a green. So it doesn't have a blank, but it says. Repeat that for us.
Scientists couldn't explain why pets were turning on their owners.
Right. So that's where our story is going to begin. Okay.
I like that as a start. Do you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
Right.
got a very Resident Evil vibe to it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
also maybe explains why he's in Mongolia.
yeah.
That could be the
I've
source.
got an idea here, but
Park it for now.
yeah.
Pop that down, and then pick up a red one, and this is where our story is going to end.
The cats were the real winners.
The cats were the real winners. Right, okay. The cats were the real winners. Right, okay. So if you've got an offer in, Harry, why do you not offer that up about the opening?
Yeah. So obviously, I'm thinking if pets are turning on their owners and scientists can't understand why, he's been taken to Mongolia because the first kind of they're famous for being horse masters, right, and like being able to absolutely do everything on horseback. Yeah, so maybe
eat
that.
tea.
Yeah. That,
Yeah. Eat tea. Harry's mum. Play it on a lap.
See, I told you it'd be relevant.
Doing some woodwork,
Yeah, that's
catching up
funny.
on some Netflix. Famous for doing it all on horseback.
But yeah, the horses have started to either buck them off or they do you know that you meant to break a horse?
Yeah.
They can't break him anymore.
Yeah. Okay. What are you thinking, Faizan?
I'm thinking similar as well, and like it's come to a point where like they've started attacking, being much more
Aggressive
than they were previously. No,
And it's emanating around the world a bit. So like maybe because obviously you said he might be a spy. That's the real reason he's actually been sent to Mongolia. Is that's the source?
Is the outbreak in Mongolia?
Yeah.
Imagine it's like a Mongolian horde of horses that are like sweeping across the plains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Right.
steppe. That's what it's called,
Yes,
isn't it?
it
The
is.
steppe.
Right, okay. So I'll just throw that out there just so we can... So let's say he's been sent to Mongolia because this is where this outbreak's happening. But it's like...
Been there 2 years, mate.
The world is thinking that Mongolia is a terror threat because they're thinking the Mongolian people are going round like invading other countries on horseback. But it's like the horses are actually ones who are driving the people towards them. Does that make sense? So it's like the Mongolian army are being carried by horses, but the horses are the ones which are going invading.
Right.
But everyone else thinks it's Mongolia invading everybody.
Right, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But I'm just throwing that out there. Obviously, we don't have to use it.
What was that? Was that TV show called Zoo? Was it where all the animals started turning on people? There was a TV show like that.
It was Planet of the Apes.
No.
That's funny. Yeah.
No, it's called, I think it was called Zoo. I think there was a program where all the animals started turning on people, and it was like a program.
They started turning them on.
Yeah, it's like a virus throughout all the animals. And
This zoo's turning me on.
Love to watch a David Attenborough documentary where he's like, "Here we have a tiger eating a cameraman."
eating me.
Faizan, just repeat the green one for me one last time.
Scientists couldn't explain why pets were turning on their owners.
Pets.
Do they mean like turning on them like physically, or turning on them like turning on like they're turning on their owners?
Oh,
No,
Like
I'm not writing that story.
it's just interpretation of the line.
no, I think with the last line, it's got to be.
Fucking hell.
This is the 50 Shades of Hay. Like, what are you doing?
Wow, you're right, Lucky. Wow, something about you
Wiggling
today.
that bum.
Janice, there's something about that cat. I can't explain it.
Yeah, it keeps rubbing up on me.
Yeah, tell you what, you wouldn't want to be attracted to a horse, would you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's apparently from Rochdale, that woman, that video.
That's funny.
A lot of that, when I were at school,
Keep me away from that dog.
I went to school in Haywood, and one of the lads was like, I knew her. The famous horse video, yeah. Yeah, she died her.
Oh my god, that budgie.
Rest in peace.
Is it me or does that budgie look pretty to you today? No, right, we're not going with that. We're going with we vetoed it.
Yeah,
straight away.
I think it's got to be turning like aggressively on.
So
that snake.
He's been there 2 years, right? And in that 2 years, has it been getting progressively worse?
Yeah.
Okay, so at what? Who's he having to report back to?
So he's reporting back to like an intelligence attaché.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
And like everyone else thinks he's just a standard engineer who's just going around like doing like geological surveys and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like basically monitoring the behavior of the animals.
What's the? Is it WWF?
WWF.
Yeah. They're like the big guys, aren't they? So like, what if he's reporting back to them?
The Worldwide Wildlife.
World Wildlife Federation.
You can see it.
World Wildlife.
In my defense, it's not my first language.
It is mine.
Right. Okay. So I think for this story is we've got Esteban who's monitoring the situation.
Yeah, man.
He's the one who's reporting back to the WWF or some sort of organisation.
Yeah.
Are they trying to find? Is it a country who has sort of caused this to happen? As in, like they've set off some sort of poison or something that's caused the animals to turn.
Maybe it's like deforestation, because they're always cracking on about like releasing old viruses and stuff like that. If you start chopping down these trees and start looking at places where people haven't been for thousands of years.
Or, on top of that, what about if the world is getting to such a point where it's like we are breaking that many habitats in the world due to deforestation, global warming, this, that and the other.
Yeah.
The animals are rising up.
Yeah, turning against them.
It's that, and that's the reason why, potentially. But I'm still open to suggestions.
What do you think, mate?
So I think there's no overarching thing to it. Right? I think it's just currently we're just going to leave it unexplained as to what's going on. All we know is it's progressively getting worse, and no one seems to believe him that it's a problem that needs to be addressed.
So he's right. Okay, so he's sort of trying to reach out and say, look, this is spreading. It's getting worse. At what point are we at now? Like, how many animals have killed humans at this point?
So he's, because of his work of going out into like the desert or wherever, like, the wilderness of Mongolia.
Yeah.
Like he's got reports back from like nomadic tribes.
Right.
People are dying. Like people go out and like regular stuff to like, hunt or, forage or whatever, but they're coming back and they're like being mangled by like random animals.
Yeah. Animals you wouldn't expect. Like rabbits got you like a little
so they
like
can't explain
armbar.
from the bite marks.
Yeah.
Like there's different bite marks on the same person, and it's like weird for like different animals to like attack the same person.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
I've got an idea here. So say that is the case, right?
Imagine being attacked by multiple different animals. That'd be crazy. That like you've got a rabbit, a gazelle, and like a giraffe all attacking you. Yeah. Go on, sorry, Harry.
I'm thinking
a rabbit, a gazelle, and a giraffe.
Yeah, all coming at you.
Where the fuck is
all
this
high.
Chester Zoo?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Yeah, that's funny.
Punch him in the neck and the giraffe.
Yeah, rabbit's got you on ankle. Go on.
So I think we have a role play here, right? Okay, so he's meeting with a nomadic tribe, and they're telling him about the fact that they've had, mosquitoes are coming for me. I've got leeches all over me. The horse keeps biting me, even if I tuck my thumb in. Yeah. Right?
I reckon the conversation is whoever you're reporting back to.
Yeah.
They're obviously like, you're trying to convince people that this is an outbreak. And I think you're either talking to a reporter or you're talking to a member of the organisation and you're trying to say, look, this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
because I think the through line for this is you have to get a task force together and go out into the wilderness to go and find like the root of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But
let's
like the idea of your like dog turning on you, and it's like that's unusual. Like that sort of thing. Like that's what like goes. Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Let's role play it. So Faizan, you're going to play Esteban. Okay.
Esteban.
You're going to play. Do you want to play a reporter or do you want to play someone in the WWF?
You pick.
WWF. You're from the WWF.
Flair. Woo!
Yeah. Nature boy. That's a good point. Wow.
My name is actually Rick Flair as well. Yeah.
Okay, so is it a Zoom meeting? Is it a face-to-face?
It's a face-to-face.
It's a face-to-face.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was going to be on a big satellite phone, but yeah. Right.
Yeah, let's do a big satellite phone, actually.
Okay,
that
massive,
makes
okay.
more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You both got to talk like that.
What's Harry's character's name?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Rick Flair from Daily Wire.
Yeah. Right. Okay. You're gonna call me because, yeah,
Sweet. Yeah.
I'm clay pigeon shooting at the time.
And you work for the WWF?
Yeah, clays.
Ah, right. Okay. I wish I could.
Yeah.
Just love shooting, but can't shoot it.
Pull.
What? Thought you said my name, pal.
Yeah. It didn't say Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me anytime, mate.
Ring.
Right. Someone comes across.
Here you are, sir.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Massive fan. Ric Flair here.
You're never going to believe this.
Who's this?
It's Esteban.
Oh, how are we doing, boy?
God, I hate this guy. God, I hate this guy so much.
How's the mission in Mongolia?
Not very good.
Not great?
It's way worse than we initially thought it was.
Right. So, what seems to be the problem?
You didn't believe me at the start that animals are turning on their owners, pets are turning on their owners. But my own dog, whilst I was out in the desert, turned on me, rabid as anything. And I don't understand what's going on. I've had my leg chewed off.
Oh, I thought you were implying that it tried to fuck you or something.
Are you going to take this seriously or not?
I am. I've paused my clay pigeon shooting to have correspondence.
God, Rick.
Right.
Get real.
So the dog has bit you.
Yes.
And what have you done with the dog?
I had to shoot it in the face.
There's only one way.
This is not going to look good for PR. Were you on your own?
Wait, hang on. I'm telling you about
We're the witnesses.
a possible epidemic of violence, and you're asked about PR.
Brand damage, my boy. I'm the face of this company. I put the flair in the company. I want to make sure that you aren't getting us into the doo-doo. Now, the dog is dead, hopefully buried, and you've been bitten.
Indeed.
The dog is dead.
Stop laughing. I want to establish something. Do you need more resources from me? Because I don't see how the animals would be turning on, people.
Yeah, I absolutely need more resource because it's not just me. 4 tribesmen have died
4 tribesmen.
in the last.
Mongolian nomadic tribesmen.
Yeah,
These chaps are fucking robust. They're covered in pelts.
That's why I know there's a problem.
Also, how big is this phone?
I don't know, mate. I'm pretty sure I based this in the 2000s. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a phone jacket. Hello.
For the listener, this phone is massive, by the way.
It's like I'm holding the Champions League trophy. Man of a match
It looks
award.
like you're showing it to your baby.
yeah.
World War One, where like,
Yeah.
it's just separate things or something like that.
Winding it still. Stop,
Some like intern with an antenna on his back.
Stay still.
Oh, wow.
Right. You need resources. 4 tribesmen are dead. And where is it coming? Is it purely dogs or?
It's all kinds of animals. We've observed 4 different bite patterns on one tribesman. And as you know,
Where were the
as
bites
president
located?
Of the WWF is not common at all.
No, it's not common. But where were the bite marks specifically? Ankles?
Ankles, knees,
Shoulders?
elbows.
All joints.
Oh, joints. They attack the joints. Ankles, knees, and elbows specifically.
Yeah. God, there's a pattern.
So they're joined together.
Right.
I love that. They just attack the hinges.
Okay. Well,
Anything right?
yeah. Anything that hinges. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest. I've got government bodies breathing down my neck as we're, trying to stop the deforestation and balance the planet, right? Greta's actually with me at the moment.
Oh,
She's shooting clays.
You should be ashamed.
Yeah.
Pull these old men.
You
don't like you know, Rick.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You tell me what you need, young man. You're the best in the business.
I need a team of 20 people tomorrow in
The max
full
I can
kit.
give you is 15. 20 is a bit beyond the budget.
15. Well, you need to find money in the budget somehow, Rick.
I'll tell you what. I'll send you 15 and Greta.
I'll tell you what, you don't send me anybody. I'll do this myself.
You're going to work alone.
Yeah, I don't want to work with her.
Sorry.
Got offered 15 men. No, I don't want any of them, actually.
No.
He said, I don't want to work with her.
Yeah.
Like, if Greta said, I don't want anything.
Okay. Well, I'm saying she could be good for PR.
Well, she's good at sailing and PR, but she doesn't know anything about the desert.
Very good point.
And she's Swedish.
Sorry, you can't go.
Yeah. Greta, yeah. Stand down. I'll send you whatever you need. If you don't need men, tell me what resources, money, a giant satellite phone.
I mean, I've already got a giant satellite phone, but
He doesn't need 2 of them.
yeah,
Right.
I need
Second phone.
I need 15 guys, full gear.
15 guys.
I need to find out what's actually
Weapons?
going on. Yes,
A lab, you probably need as well.
yeah,
Darts.
lab as well.
Nets.
Darts.
Yeah.
We're going to send Luke Littler over there.
You know, tranks.
Yes,
Cool.
many drugs.
Tranks.
What about pelts?
Nah, we've got them covered.
Okay.
Nice pun.
Right.
Tribespeople are doing us nice.
Okay. Esteban, my boy, report back to me in a few days.
Sweet,
Ciao for now.
sweet.
Bye-bye.
God, I hate that guy.
Right, that was brilliant. That
He
was
sounds
such a good act out. But what I'm going to say is, so we're at the point now, is sending resources. You're going to get 15 men. Esteban's going to get 15 men, fully kitted out.
Proper
Are any?
lads.
All right. Okay. Are any of these like notable people that we might know?
What, like Action Man.
Oh, no, just like is one of them like Brian Cox? You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like somebody who's.
Well, they said
Andy McNabb.
Is David
Yeah.
Attenborough there?
they said an astrophysicist
No.
to solve the problem.
I don't know. He's a
We
clever
don't,
guy.
need, we don't need a 90-year-old coming to
Okay.
because this
Bear
is-
Grylls.
Yeah.
Ray
Bear
Mears.
Grylls.
Ray Mears Bushcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, don't
Gets
need
fatter
that.
every
You know
time
what
he
Ray
goes
Mears?
to the wild.
Brian Cox, you said.
Yeah.
Ray Mears.
Yeah.
God, I've not heard that name.
Dave. Yeah.
Ainsley Harriet.
Anyone who's on Dave.
I like the idea of the task force being massive celebrity, like
Yeah.
Ainsley
You know the
Harriet's
Cambo.
cooking.
Ant Middleton. Not Ant Middleton. Ant from the SC. No. Ant who from Who Dares Wins.
I'm not fat, no.
The fucking muscly
He
lad.
said Ant McFartlane.
Right. So a few notable people: Bear Grylls, Ray Mears, and one more.
Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, yeah, well, he's a
Yeah, he's in the military, wasn't
could help.
And we, a ginger in a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? One more person. One more person of
Barack
note.
Obama.
Barack Obama.
he? Or Danny
Barack
DeVito.
Obama's come out of retirement.
Okay.
He's gone, do you know what?
To come and assist.
All this stuff going on in Mongolia, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But he also wants to be undercover.
Yeah.
He's like, everyone is undercover in this.
Please do not call me Barack.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking
Call
is,
me Osama.
So I think they get there, and I think it's gotten worse. I think there's like news reports of like whales like knocking over boats and stuff. It's spreading.
yeah, it's building.
Building.
Like,
But-
there's like
There's an air.
Yeah.
Right. So
What I'm saying, before the task force has arrived,
Yeah.
okay, let's get a yellow curveball / swerve ball into the mix. So we're just going to try and implement this.
They knew the only answer was baby oil.
Right. They knew the only answer was baby oil.
okay.
Maybe we've got to figure this out.
I should have asked for Terry Crews.
well,
Yeah, I do.
well, maybe then. Well, they could be. It doesn't have to come in straight away.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It can come in like.
Yeah, yeah,
maybe they're in a situation where they need to slide out.
I
Yeah, and the only way is like.
Yeah, do you know that scene in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective where he slides out of the rhino's ass,
Yeah.
like something like Barack Obama?
I've got it like this, right? So they all arrive, the task force, okay, and you brief them, and you're like, fellas, we're heading out into the desert to go and find the root cause.
It's like June.
We're going to head to the last site of these tribesmen, right? And I think there's maybe, like, they get stuck in a canyon, and they've got a lube up to fit through some rocks or something like that.
Right. Okay.
or-
Yeah, well, that was my idea of being stuck in a.
Or
yeah.
it's just like, maybe one of them's got like a bit of, an agenda. He's like, do you know what keeps mosquitoes away? We should all oil up.
Of the celebrities we've just mentioned, who would be most likely to offer that?
Or maybe birds are attacking them, and then they want the birds to slide off.
Yeah, mate. Do you know, like when the boxers put Vaseline on
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sort of like
Yeah.
rub the punches?
Yeah.
Maybe
It's like they're
that.
in a cave and there's loads of
Yeah.
bats.
Is that
Yeah.
is it Ray Mears who suggests that? Or
He sounds like a thing Ray Mears would
Yeah.
like do.
Yeah, Ray Mears is like, yeah, listen, I've been in a bat cave before.
with his little
The only way to do it is completely naked.
Whereas
Cover
Bear
yourself.
Grylls would be like, "Oh, stop, lads! I'll piss on all of you." And
Yeah.
like, 'cause-
We've got water, Ray. We don't need to drink your piss.
The thing is, what's so funny is that they've got unlimited resources, but Ray Mears is still like, no, let's do this
Yeah.
from the ground up, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do it right. We don't need the walkie-talkie. Let's just communicate via...
Yeah.
yeah.
baby oil.
Yeah.
He's stabbing an iPhone to try and make a fire. He's just like, stop it, that's my phone.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand technology.
Yeah, he's just like,
Okay.
If anything, he's a hindrance to the actual...
picture of like the family. Well,
Are they-
that's for the fire.
Are they on foot, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
So
gonna be animals, are they?
yeah, we're just into the desert. That's quite a lot.
Right, so, like we said, the animals are getting more aggressive.
I think that-
Baby oil, it's either sliding out of somewhere or it's a defense against the animals.
What do you
What are we
reckon?
going with?
I reckon sliding out of somewhere.
Sliding out of
So
somewhere.
maybe they are getting they're heading through a canyon,
Yeah.
and there's a bit of a moment where they're like, we'll only get through this if we take our clothes off and throw them through, but we'll have to grease up. And I think, yeah, they're all like, okay, there's no other way.
Yeah.
Or they've been attacked. Their vehicle's been attacked and they have to slide out the vehicle.
No, they're on foot.
They're on foot, yeah. They
Oh,
haven't,
sorry.
haven't got a
So,
vehicle, have they?
They have to get through this 32-inch waistline hole, right? And
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because that's the only trousers they provide.
Yeah. No, but I'm just thinking, what, like, it's all well and good they have to
You
slide
can't
through
go
a hole.
around it. You can't go over it. You got to go through
But
it.
why do they have to go through it? What's on the other side?
Well, maybe it's like the only way to get through because they're like, there's not going to be no animals living here.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah,
like, maybe they're a bit like,
So they're tracking an animal.
the tracking something.
tracking
Right,
an animal.
okay, so the
So
purpose...
Bear Grylls comes into it.
So are they seeing, maybe the unusual patterns that they're seeing in the sand is that it's multiple footprints from different animals
Yeah.
c-
Yeah.
collectively walking
yeah.
together.
That's a funny idea of Bear Grylls tracking it, being like, the shit. Ray Mears is like, yeah, it's mine.
yeah.
yeah, point a
You had the
footprint.
last one. I want this one.
That's a cat. That's a dog. That's a squirrel. That's a lion.
Yeah, right. Okay, so that's what they're tracking. It's sort of like all herds are moving together, and that's suspicious. So they're following this trail, and it comes to what that they have to get through. You're saying a hole in a canyon, but like the animals have got through it as well. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to get at?
Maybe they don't have to fit through something then.
Maybe they have to slide down something. Maybe they have to. I don't know, but like I just want it to be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, they're trying to get through, and they all manage to get through, but one of them gets stuck.
Yeah,
Right.
Ray Mears. He's like, he's
Yeah,
putting
he's a
on
bit-
weight every time he goes away.
So
Right.
Ray Mears gets stuck, but not like from his waist or anything. His arm gets stuck.
Are we saying, you said it was a canyon before, are we saying it's like a 127 hours situation
Yeah.
where they've been sort of like traversing across the canyon,
Yeah.
fall into a sticky situation, and the baby oils are there in order to get them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What part of Ray Mears has
His
been
arm.
his arm? So it is exactly like 127
Yeah,
hours.
His cock.
Fully,
This is the weirdest way to fall ever. God, I was always told to fall cock first.
Let's not make it his cock, though.
It's like, it's fell, lads, I fell,
Michael Obama's like, have you managed that? Why are you trying to fuck that?
He's literally suspended. He's suspended. It's like spinning, you know, like a bauble on a tree. You're like, boys. Boys,
Like a bauble on a tree.
I've got some baby oil in my back pocket.
Yeah.
I've got some baby oil in my back pocket. He says
Oh,
pocket.
no, this has happened before.
Rub my shaft, Ray. Rub my shaft.
Quick, Bear. Pull from my back pocket. This baby.
No, I imagine somebody else goes to do it and he goes, no, Bear, you do it.
Yeah, no, Bear, it has to be you.
Yeah.
You've got the roughest hands.
Go on, and you're Bear in this situation. You're playing Bear.
Right, I can piss on it.
No, it's not going to work, Bear. You need to go in my back pocket.
Right, okay. I've got the oil. Okay, I'll blot it round the tip.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh my God! I feel like I'm getting more stuck.
Yeah, well, she's just stimulated.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm trying. I've greased it up enough. What I'm going to do is... Yeah, I've greased it up enough. I'm going to support you underneath. And so is Osama. It's the Harry. His big grin.
Hello.
Osama, grab his legs. And so we've got your, like...
You know it's Obama,
got your
don't
legs either side of our
Who's
shoulders.
the last one in the pack? So you've got Bear Grylls, Ray
Esteban.
Mears, Esteban, and well, Esteban. I just like the idea of someone going enough and just yanking him down.
Oh,
I
right.
reckon
So-
Esteban, I reckon Esteban loses it. He's
Yeah.
like,
Esteban sort of calculated the situation, and it's like, it's one of them. They use him as a swing. Do you know, like they run and jump onto him? You know, like Indiana Jones, like a rope swing.
Yeah. Dick swing.
Swing. So they go, Esteban's thinking, no, Bear, stop. We can use this. And then they, like Tomb Raider, sort of swinging onto a ledge, and they get across, and then they sort of like cart him across, like they pull him out.
And then when they like loop his penis back into like and wear it around the middle.
like a couple of sausage when they do that.
Yeah, like a long microphone lead where you just sort of ring it up. Yeah.
This is just fucking mad.
So they get to the other side of the canyon.
They've got to the other side. That's where we're at now. We've used the baby
Ray
oil.
Mears
We've
doesn't
got
have a
past
penis
it.
anymore,
Ray Mears,
obviously.
yeah, it's all
There's
over
no
everything.
one surviving that.
Yeah.
You've described yanking and all that shit. He's not got one
It's just
anymore.
the tip in it. He's probably like
Just the tip.
bruised. Yeah, but I reckon he's sealed the end with
I'm bleeding.
with like a lighter. You know what I mean? He's
So
just
he's
like,
put manure.
yeah,
He's put manure on it and lit it and gone.
I need to fuse it.
No, he's made a cast out of manure.
Right,
Dried
okay.
it.
Bear's manure.
Yeah.
Bear. Yeah. Right, okay.
Bushcraft, man. Bushcraft.
Yeah.
Bushcraft, yeah, I like that. Right, so we've got through the canyon.
Indeed.
Maybe on the other side of this canyon, the footprints have multiplied, and it's like, wow, it's going to be a horde. It's almost like, what are we facing here?
Yeah.
And making the way towards it. What's happening next?
So they what's that? What's a thing? Like they finally get to like the mouth, not the mouth, but like the end of the cave, right?
The mouth of the cave.
At the end of the cave, when they go through the canyon, they go like that they're going through. They get to the end of it.
It opens up.
Yeah, it opens up.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Right.
It opens up, and it's like eerily quiet, and all the like footprints have gone.
Right,
And
okay.
they're like, what's going on here, right? So they just sit back and they just observe for a bit to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they've defined like the wind just like this. It's so windy in the canyon that it just gets rid of all of the footprints of things, so they all have to split up.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, okay.
Because everyone's like, because like Esteban's like, we have to go that way, and then Bear Grylls is like, no, like this is where we'd go. So they basically split up.
Yeah, there's conflict because they've all got an opinion on what would be best to search for a trail.
Yeah.
Okay, so they all split up. All I'm going to say, guys, is in the next 5-10 minutes, we're going to end the story.
Okay.
And the last line is, it's the cats, isn't it? It's, what was it, Faizan?
The cats were the real winners.
The cats were the real winners,
So I think when they get out the cave, they get signal, and I think it's getting worse. I think there's like stories from all around the world, these animals just attacking, and like it's like New York City chaos because
right,
it's the tension's building. So
why New York City? Do you know what? I feel like Americans get too much importance.
Okay.
This story,
Central Birmingham is chaos.
Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. Right, shit's going mad.
that is the coolest sounding place.
It's in Burkina Faso. It's the capital of Burkina Faso.
Where the fuck is that?
Africa.
All right.
Oh,
You should know that.
Yeah, you should know.
You're always in Africa.
Mr. Culture.
Oh,
Yeah, you're always in Africa.
You're always there talking about it.
Okay, so and the last time
You
was
tried to play an African Cup of Nations.
the cats were always the answer.
The cats were the real winners.
Cats were the real winners.
Cats were the real winners, right? Okay, so at this point, Esteban split up from the pack.
Yeah, man.
He's in the middle of. We're not in the desert now. We've just come out onto a.
Yeah.
We're in the.
So they basically they're out of the canyon now.
Out of the canyon.
Esteban's group is Bear Grylls. We don't know where the hell he's gone. He's just gone doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Making his own pace with his mates.
Finding some
Yeah.
shit.
Exactly. Right. So he's doing his own thing, and these guys come out. They finally get reception. They get told shit's going mad everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. But cats seem to not be affected.
Right. Okay.
Every other animal is losing their shit, apart from like domesticated cats.
Right.
Do you find that out through Rick, or do you find that out through Rick ringing you, or how have you found that out?
So they find out because Esteban has a lady love, right?
Do you know when we finds out? It's sorry, Faizan, I like the lady love idea, but I thought, obviously he's still got a satellite phone. I think another phone call from
I said Ric Flair.
from Ric Flair. What was you going to say?
I was going to say he rings his like lady love to find out how she is because of everything that's going on.
Maybe he gets a text
then-
like, I'm in trouble. And
No, but the only thing I'd say about that is, if we're going off the history of the story, he famously wanted to find love and never got it.
True.
So that's still an element of the story we haven't got into. So I think we go Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair gives him a phone call because originally Ric Flair didn't believe him.
Yeah.
And now Ric Flair's obviously experiencing it on the other side. Maybe...
yeah. Well, who's a wildlife person who's a girl? Like, because maybe they could be part of the trip as well. TV wildlife.
I don't know.
Greta Thunberg.
Let's get the phone call in.
Wildlife?
I don't know. She's fucking wild.
Trust me.
Crazy little bint. Right. So.
He's always back on that fucking phone again.
Yeah.
They're not that big, Rick.
Yeah.
Just do this.
It's a battery.
Right, sweet. Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
Esteban, my boy.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Bit of news.
Hit me.
I think you might be onto something with these animals turning on people, but what I have noticed is the cats across the nation are pretty calm. Pretty calm. I've seen people mauled to death by dogs, badgers. I saw a lady get eaten by pigeons. That is some crazy shit.
Revenge of the pigeons.
But it was a group of cats that actually saved her. They came along, they had a little feast on the birds, and they didn't carry on eating her. There was something about this rapport between the cats and people, and I've sent a team out, and we've conducted experiments. We've actually done autopsies on these cats, and we've
Killed them after this.
yeah.
They're the only things I'm saving us. Kill them and find out why. That's what we need to do. Kill them.
Vivisection.
We've done an autopsy, and we didn't find anything conclusive, but we are certain that they are the good guys in this. They seem to have, I think it's it's like a sense that they're not picking up on. That's what the experts are telling me.
So what you're saying is, in the end, the cats are the real winners.
I think so, but I think they could be the answer for this whole conundrum we're in at the moment.
Well, we're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
What's going on with these cats?
So what is it? What is it about these cats then? Which is it either going to stop this outburst of these animals?
Do you know cats spray? You aware of this?
No.
Cats will spray. They piss standing up. It's insane. It is wild.
So 50% of human race to well.
No, but a cat stands on four legs and will jet out of his behind. Right? But the cat spray, this pheromone it's giving off, there's something. I mean, I wear it every day.
It's called cat piss.
And let me tell you, I feel calm.
Do you know the plague, the Black Plague?
Yeah.
That's been blamed on. So the Pope, just before the plague obviously spiraled out of control, he decided that cats were like the
devil.
The devil, yeah. So he wanted all cats killed in Europe, and that's why they think the plague spread because.
It's fleas, wasn't it? And then fleas and rats, and rats.
But they weren't killing the rats, so that's why they think the plague spread. And
I just got a question: why the plague got to be black?
That's a good one. Yeah, why's the Pope got to be white? That's the fucking real
the
question.
plague. I don't care what the plague is.
Anyway, Rick, tell me about this cat piss.
It's the
that you've been
pheromone.
spraying on yourself.
Yeah. I've sprayed it, and I've walked through. I was in London earlier, and no one came near me. No one came near me.
That's because you smell a cat piss, mate.
But I think that might be the
but
solution.
right. Okay, so this is it. So what's happening is obviously it's reached it's reached the UK. Let's say it's reached the UK, and animals have started to turn on people and started killing people. And what everyone with a cat has sort of figured out is if they have a cat, they're not getting attacked.
Yeah.
They're not getting attacked.
Yeah.
So cats being the real winners in the sense of, well, they're going to get a lot more looked after. They're going to get a lot more.
They go back to the Egyptian worshipping of them.
Yeah. But we've figured it out back in the UK.
Yeah.
But if you've got a cat, that is the antidote to these animals. For some reason, if you've got a cat, you spray on the spray, you do not get attacked by animals. But in Mongolia, there is going to be this sort of Jumanji-style event, this absolute war between all the... Because cats aren't going to be common in in the desert, no?
Yeah.
You might have like smaller.
If he's there trying to help these nomadic people, right? Famously, they wear pelts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he says...
Skin me 1,000,000 cats.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rick, the cats you autopsied, where are them pelts?
Yeah.
And I think it's a case of you kit out everyone in Mongolia, because if the cats aren't native to Mongolia, I'm just putting it out there.
Can you just import some in, so skinning them?
Yeah, maybe import some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, just airdrops them. Just goes past where they are.
Yeah, because it's
in
unlimited
Mongolia.
resources. He goes,
And
I'll sort
he's
it.
in the army. And he's in the army. So he says Rick, all right,
Chinooks them in.
lad, I'm putting him on a Boeing 747 right now. And they'll just chuck them out to you.
Yeah, like the parachute line.
Yeah.
Like all these cats are falling out in parachutes.
Yeah, I like the idea of cats falling out in parachutes, but I also like the idea of like, right, it's Judgment Day. It's like backs against the wall. You've got Ray Mears, you've got Bear Grylls, you've got Esteban, and you've got who's the fourth?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Yeah,
They're literally pinned. There is a horde coming towards them. Airdrops come in, but it's little tranks, like you said earlier, and it's just loads of bullets, and they've got a gun each, and they've got a stampede coming towards them, and it's like a slow-mo battle sequence where they're shooting cat spray at all these different animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what would that look like?
Incredible.
Yeah, but
Look.
visually, what are we seeing?
He's already there.
How-
He's already
How there?
there.
Like, how is Ray Mears using the cat spray? Is he using it differently to Bear Grylls?
He's
Are they
chucking
good with a
grenades.
rifle?
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking cat spray grenade.
yeah.
Yeah, like Bear Grylls has got like a homemade catapult sort of thing.
Cat apult. It's called cat apostrophes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apult.
He's using his big toe and his second toe as a bridge for his catapult. And he's like, you should set up on the other one. We can fire two at the same time. And
Ray Mears stabs another iPhone. Starts a fire. Stop it! You're like, stop it! That's brand new. That.
Barack Obama's got a drone because he's a big fan.
He's got a cat. He's got the spray attached to the drone and he's flying it
just
all
flying,
over
exactly.
it. Yeah, I
There we
like
go,
that.
there we go.
What's Bear Grylls doing, did we say?
With his toes, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
fine.
right. Is it, so what's
Yeah.
Barack Obama? I thought you said that was Barack Obama.
No, Barack Obama is.
He's done the drone. What's Ray Mears doing then?
Just keep stabbing iPhones and using the fire. I
Why?
saw him do it once in the video. It really wound me up.
He stabbed an
Proper
iPhone.
what? Yeah, he's like, if you ever stuck in the woods and you need a fire, and like, you stab the battery, it starts like a fire and it helps you start a fire.
Oh, so like basically like what
Wow.
Samsung did for a while.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah,
just
he was
blow-
sponsored by Samsung suspiciously.
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
he's an expert
wild.
in survival.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
stab batteries in the forest.
And last thing, right, so I feel like Esteban has to be sort of the hero of this story. What is the last thing that he does in order? It's like you said, it's a grenade, it's a bomb, it's something which causes...
No, I think Esteban, actually, it's near the base, and he sees a cat and he goes,
Right.
and it comes over and the cat stops the horde.
Oh,
The cat's
so it's a
gone,
cat facing... Yeah, right, that's a
So
nice
basically
image.
Esteban loses his weapon. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And everyone else does.
How does he
slightly-
lose it? How does he lose it?
So he like he fumbles it.
Right,
He just
okay.
fumbles it. That's
Yeah.
how you. That's shit happens, right? He gets a bit nervous.
That's
Ah.
how we describe it.
Right? And then the others are like they're getting a bit overwhelmed as well, so they start backing off a little bit. right?
Yeah.
And he's getting hit by animals, and then they airdrop like 10,000 cats.
Right, okay.
They're coming out to kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking that. Money for nothing.
So he's just chilling. Like
Yeah.
he's almost about to die, and then he looks up, and there's like loads of cats coming down. Like
What an image.
thousands of them.
Yeah.
He's just oh, and then they come in and just kill all the flipping. Like they just fuck up animals.
Yeah.
Like, basically, they just stand around him to protect him because they can't.
Well,
can't harm
essentially,
the cats.
what we're saying is that the cats they alter the brain chemistry of the animals. So
Yeah,
it's not that they kill the other animals; it's that they stop them from the aggression that the
It's a
feeling.
pheromone.
It's a
Yeah.
pheromone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we said before, cats will then get obviously worshipped like they did in Egyptian times,
Yeah.
and that's why they're the real winners. They start living like celebrity lifestyles and things
Yeah.
like that.
As
but
if they don't already. The bastards.
yeah, and that is why Red One.
The cats were the real winners.
I thought that was brilliant. I thought there were some brilliant bits in that story, mate.
I just want to fucking see Ray Mears Barack Obama and Bear Grylls in the Mongolian desert now.
Cast. Yeah.
Actually, no, I know Barack Obama did something with Bear Grylls anyway. But,
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Did it?
Did the docket?
Did
did the
you-
little,
when he was president as well, wasn't
yeah.
But like, probably
CIA
like
like this with guns constantly
just
like.
full Secret Service everywhere. Like, don't make him eat shit, you dickhead.
Yeah.
Wow. Like they put him out in the wild.
I mean, that's it.
yeah.
Have you never seen that, Doc?
You'd love that. You'd love that sort of thing.
But it was quite like, because like he did that thing where he'd go out with like world leaders just like for a bit, and you could tell it was just like it's for media. Like, they're not actually doing anything. Like they'd just be walking with him in the
Putin
woods.
battered him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
It's all made up, baby.
Right. Okay. So what we do, Faizan, at the end of the stories, what we do is we act as like executive producers. Which you have now got a film pitch of your story. You're going to pitch it to us in about a minute and say why this film should be made. What is it about?
Sweet. It's about a guy who's in a desert in Mongolia, discovers unedifying behavior. I have no idea what unedifying means, but hear me out. Behavior of animals, unusual behavior of animals, people getting mangled, tribesmen in the middle of nowhere in the desert. And he tries to find out what's going on. He enlists the help of Barack Obama, Bear Grylls, and Ray Mears.
Also, top cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top
mate.
cats, really.
Hey. And Rick Flair. Rick Flair helps him out. Bring
The wrestler Ric Flair.
Yeah, absolutely. And
The wrestler, Rick Flair.
the wrestler Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Shout that.
The pinkest man in the world. Ric Flair. Okay. So and yeah, continue.
Executive voices as well.
Sorry, continue. You were saying. Fuck. You don't realize, but this office is the top floor of a New York City skyline.
Harry, this has been a bewildering amount of accents today.
Hey.
But, you're trying to find out what's going on, and then the epidemic spreads across the world, all the pets of the world, in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, Africa. Right?
You know.
Yep. I spent time there.
We're taking it away from America. Right? We're going to make it more of a globalist kind of thing.
We hate the Americans, don't
Yeah.
we? We hate the Americans.
hate
We might be
ourselves.
Americans, but we fucking hate the Americans, guys.
Okay, I got one condition. Is there baby oil?
Yes.
That's
yes.
a big sponsor of ours.
Let's grease these guys up.
Yeah, we're sponsored by
Please grease
Johnson's.
them up.
Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
actually our names. That's Johnson and Johnson.
And that's and.
Yeah. Andy. And
But-
for short.
The business used to be called Johnson Andy Johnson.
That's funny. That's like I've got Robert, but call me Robert. That's all short.
Question is, how much budget are you looking for?
10 million?
10 million, right? Well, we've got a few films in the slate. Where can we afford that? Can we afford 10?
I mean, we'd have to drop Barack Obama.
How much did he cost? Barack by himself.
Like,
Was that working at the minute?
Yeah, he's not working, but I'm guessing
but
he
he's
was.
also a former president. His all security details quite expensive.
Okay.
Think about the eyes on this film. If we got
And the
Barack in.
zookeepers.
Zookeepers.
We did a lot of them.
Right, okay, yeah.
Cats, they're cheap.
What do you think? And
10 million is a bit steep, but I think these stories got potential.
How about 15?
My only...
Do you know what? Why do you guys just talk amongst yourselves in that regard? You feel like you're just negotiating against yourself?
I think 10 million is where we leave it.
Yep.
But
that's what he wanted.
I have to insist.
35.
I have to insist that Ray Mears is suspended by the tip of his penis in the middle of a canyon.
You really don't like Ray Mears.
No, I just think it would add a bit of jeopardy to the film. Comedy, tension. You know, we want you feeling it.
I ain't feeling shit, bro.
No, like feeling the film, you know.
Yeah. As long as, can I get 9 million up front?
9 million up front.
and,
We'll
how,
give you.
how about 13 up front?
And I like this Johnson.
Yeah. We
Money to
will.
spare.
Well, we'll greenlight it. It sounds pretty good. We like the idea, and we want to see it made in the next 3 months.
Sorted. 9 million up front and a one-way ticket to Tehran, please.
Okay, 16 million. You got yourself a deal.
Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Thank you for having me.
I love that. What an episode. What an episode.
Funny.
That was
silly.
Yeah, very silly.
Mischievous.
Wrap it up for us, Harry.
If you've enjoyed watching this, which I imagine you have, and listening to it, we got regular listeners on this, mate. So they need to find you online, and they can find you where?
Faizan Shah, Instagram. That's it.
Yeah, and we'll tag you obviously in the post as well.
We'll put all your socials in there. He's a funny man. Go and check him out, and come and check us out. We're at the Fringe, 2nd of August to the 12th, every day, 1:30 till 2:30. That is right. I've got that right. Tickets are on sale. Come and watch it. If you've enjoyed this, it's even better live. If you know someone going to the Fringe, tell them.
Order them.
Order them. Yeah.
And subscribe. We've had like a spate of subscribers lately on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
we have. Thank you very much for those that have tuned in on YouTube. Because I think we had about 12 or something in the last week.
and that's a big plus
leap,
for us.
mate. Big leap.
YouTube's the one we have at break.
Yeah.
Support small businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you very much for watching and listening. And what are you doing, you?
This has been all made up. I'm ready. I was just
taking your headphones off.
No, because I wanted it to be like.
Okay. Well, you got like an imprint on the side of your head. Okay. Thank you. This has been All Made Up with Faizan Shah.
Thank you.
It's